Welcome back to Top Coin. Well, what if I told you that a small, humble coin from the year 2000, yes, just a 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom, might be worth more than just its face value? You heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 2000 UK 2 pence coin, why collectors are fascinated by it, and how some versions of this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just want to check your own coin stash for this hidden treasure. Let's start with the basics. The 2 pence coin, or 2p as it's commonly known, has been a familiar part of British currency since 1971 when the UK decimalized its money. It's small, copper-plated steel, and easily overlooked. But the year 2000? That's where things start to get interesting. So, what makes the 2000 2 pence coin so intriguing? Let's break it down. Back in the year 2000, millions of 2 pence coins were minted as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Wrong. Among these seemingly common coins, a very small number were struck with older, outdated dies, and these dies carried the inscription new pence instead of 2 pence. Wait, what's the difference? Well, from 1971 to 1981, all 2 pence coins bore the phrase new pence to indicate the shift to decimal currency. But starting in 1982, the Royal Mint changed the inscription to simply 2 pence, a subtle shift, but important for consistency in the nation's coinage. Now here's where it gets juicy. Some 2000 dated coins accidentally retained the old new pence legend. This wasn't supposed to happen. It was a minting error, a mistake. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes like this are golden. Why? Because they're rare. And collectors love rare. While millions of standard 2p coins were minted in the year 2000, only a tiny number, possibly just a few hundred, have been confirmed to carry the incorrect inscription. These coins are known as error coins, and error coins are hot property in the numismatic market. They combine the allure of history, mystery, and rarity, the trifecta for coin collectors worldwide. People aren't just collecting these coins because they're old. They're collecting them because they're different, unusual, and incredibly hard to find. Just recently, one of these coins appeared at auction and sold for an eye-watering price. While many average 2p coins might not fetch more than face value, these error coins have been known to sell for hundreds of pounds. Some listings have even appeared with values as high as $500 or more. That's around £400, just for one tiny coin. Now let's talk numbers. If you're holding a standard 2000 2 pence coin, one with the inscription 2 pence, it's most likely worth exactly what it says, 2p. Maybe slightly more if it's an uncirculated, mint condition. But if your coin says new pence and it's dated 2000, then you could be in for a treat. As of today, collectors have valued this error coin at around $525.3694, depending on its condition, shine, and wear. That's not a random number either. Some current listings have shown values in this range. And like all collectibles, value can go up over time, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and demand continues to grow. So, how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? Find your 2000 2 pence coin. Check under cushions, piggy banks, old wallets, anything. Inspect the inscription on the top edge of the reverse side. If it says 2 pence, it's standard. If it says new pence, bingo. You may be holding a rare error coin. Use a magnifying glass or high-resolution phone camera to examine the details. If you're unsure, consult a professional coin appraiser or take it to a local coin shop for verification. You can even list it on coin forums or auction platforms and see what offers roll in. Coin collecting isn't just for historians or rich hobbyists anymore. It's a growing community, and the thrill of the hunt is real. Coins like the 2000 UK 2 pence with the new pence error are perfect examples of how everyday objects can turn into hidden treasures. Imagine, a coin that once bought a chocolate bar might now buy you a fancy dinner or a weekend getaway. So, the next time you come across a 2p coin, don't dismiss it as pocket change. Look closer, because hidden among the ordinary might be something truly extraordinary. Who knows? Maybe you're just one coin away from a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin deep dives, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a valuable update. Got an interesting coin in your collection? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Today, we're going to uncover the fascinating story of a coin that may have passed through your hands without a second thought. But what if I told you that the humble 2001 United Kingdom 2 pence coin might actually be worth a whole lot more than just 2 pence? That's right. This tiny piece of copper-plated steel could be worth way more than face value. In fact, its market value has caught the attention of collectors, with prices reaching surprising highs. We're going to explore the hidden value behind this everyday coin, the rich historical context, the striking design, and of course, just how much money it could fetch today. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's take a deep dive into the world of the 2001 2-pence coin. A coin that proves even the smallest change in your pocket can hold a world of value. Let's start at the beginning. The story of the 2-pence coin stretches back to 1971, a major turning point in British currency history. This year marked Decimal Day, when the United Kingdom moved from the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a decimalized system. The 2-pence coin was introduced as part of this modern monetary shift, alongside the 1-pence and 5-pence coins. Initially, these coins were made from bronze, a beautiful, reddish-gold metal that gave them a weighty, regal feel. But as the years passed and the cost of metals rose, changes had to be made. In 1992, the Royal Mint began producing 2-pence coins using a copper-plated steel composition instead. This shift continued into the early 2000s, including the 2001 coin we're talking about today. The 2001 edition was struck during Queen Elizabeth II's reign, and like all circulating 2-pence coins of the time, it bore her portrait on the obverse, or front, side. This portrait, designed by the renowned artist Ian Rank Broadley, is often praised for its realism and regal detail. You'll notice the Queen is wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic pieces of jewelry. On the reverse side, we see the familiar badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the motto, Ich diene, which means I serve in German. This design by Christopher Ironside has become a staple of British coinage and is instantly recognizable to anyone who has handled UK coins. Now here's where things get exciting. You might be wondering, what makes the 2001 2-pence coin any different from all the others? After all, it was part of a standard circulation year. Well, let's break it down. Firstly, the mintage, or the number of coins produced, for the 2001 2-pence was relatively high compared to rare or proof coins. However, what makes it valuable to collectors isn't necessarily rarity in circulation. It's condition, historical context, minting errors, and sometimes just collector demand. Uncirculated coins or coins in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition from 2001 can be worth significantly more than face value. That's because collectors are willing to pay top dollar, or rather, top pound, for coins in pristine shape. Coins that have never been in general circulation, still gleaming with their original luster, can fetch prices ranging from a few dollars to several, depending on the grade and certification. Now, let's talk about error coins. These are the true treasures. Occasionally, coins are struck with mistakes, such as off-center designs, double strikes, misaligned edges, or incorrect inscriptions. A 2001 2-pence coin with a minting error can dramatically increase in value. Some rare error coins have sold for dozens or even hundreds of dollars at auctions and online marketplaces. There's also the collector appeal of completing a year set. People building full-date runs of UK decimal coins are often looking for a crisp 2001 2-pence to complete their collection. Let's talk numbers. According to current online valuations and auction data, the average market value of a 2001 2-pence coin in circulated condition hovers around a few cents to a couple of pounds, not bad for a pocket coin. However, if you've got one in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition, you're looking at potential value of up to $5 or more, depending on the seller and buyer interest. The current collector market sees an approximate value of around 50 cents for clean, uncirculated examples, with some going for as much as $1 to $5 for coins in certified top-tier condition or error variants. On sites like eBay, coin collector forums, and numismatic marketplaces, we've seen listings that range dramatically in price, and the value depends heavily on photographs, descriptions, certifications, and buyer demand. So, is your 2001 2-pence coin worth half a dollar or $50? That depends on how sharp your eye is and how lucky you are. So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2001 2-pence coin is valuable? First, check the condition. The shinier, the better. Look for coins that are free of scratches, corrosion, or discoloration. Second, check for errors. Get a magnifying glass and examine both sides. Look for doubling, misalignment, or anomalies in the lettering or edges. Third, consider grading your coin. Professional grading services like NGC or PCGS can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official rating that boosts its credibility and potential value. Finally, do your research. Browse online marketplaces and auction results to compare similar coins and get a sense of what people are paying. So there you have it. The 2001 United Kingdom 2 pence coin. A small coin with a rich story and a surprising potential value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone checking your coin jar, keep an eye out for these little copper-plated gems. Who knows? You might just be holding a tiny treasure in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins from around the world. Leave a comment below and let me know. Have you found a 2001 2 pence coin in your collection? Is it in mint condition? Have you ever found an error coin? Where we uncover the hidden treasures that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we've got something fascinating to talk about. The 2002 United Kingdom 2 pence coin. You might think it's just another copper-plated coin, maybe lying at the bottom of your drawer. But what if I told you that this little 2p coin might actually be worth more than you ever imagined? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the story, the value, the rarity, and the market buzz around the 2002 UK 2p coin. You don't want to miss this, especially if you love finding value in everyday things. Let's go. Let's start with the basics. The 2002 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom is part of a long-standing tradition of British decimal coinage. It was minted in a year that didn't seem particularly special at the time, but numismatists, collectors, and even casual hobbyists have started paying close attention to this exact coin. Why? That's what we're going to explore. So first, a little backstory. The 2 pence coin was first introduced in the UK back in 1971, during the decimalisation of British currency. Before that, the system was much more complex, with shillings, crowns, and guineas. When the 2p coin entered circulation, it was made of bronze and carried the inscription "new pence" to distinguish the new decimal system. But from 1982 onward, the text changed from "new pence" to simply 2 pence. Fast forward to 2002. This coin still features the familiar design, a crowned Tudor rose on the reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, and Queen Elizabeth II's profile on the obverse, created by Ian Rank Broadley. While it may seem like an ordinary design, collectors know that the year and condition make a big difference. Now, let's get into the juicy part, value. The 2002 2 pence coin might not be a rare coin in terms of mintage, with millions struck that year. However, there are a few factors that are starting to raise eyebrows among collectors. First, certain 2002 2p coins are fetching more than face value. Depending on the coin's condition, its luster, and whether it's in uncirculated or proof state, it could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $20. Yes, you heard that right. A coin with a face value of just 2 pence being sold for $10, $15, even $20 or more online and in collectors' markets. Some are even listing for over $40, particularly those in pristine condition or from special mint sets. And wait for this. The current average market value is hovering around $0.40 per coin, with fluctuations depending on demand. That's 20 times the face value in US currency. Fun fact, many of the 2002 2p coins that are still in circulation today have undergone color changes due to oxidation. Those with original red or red-brown luster are far more desirable to collectors. So before you spend that shiny old penny, take a second look. It might be worth far more than 2 pence. So, what should you look out for? Condition is king. Uncirculated coins or those with minimal wear and tear are far more valuable. Mint errors. Keep an eye out for off-center strikes, double die errors, or misprints. Error coins are a hot ticket in the coin collecting world and can multiply a coin's value many times over. Luster and color. As I mentioned, the brighter and more original the coin looks, the better. Oxidation lowers value, but a shiny coppery red hue? Jackpot. Proof coins. Specially minted for collectors, proof coins from 2002 can command a solid premium, sometimes going for $10, $20. Even more depending on where and how you sell. What's really interesting is how the value of this coin is slowly but steadily increasing. With inflation and increased interest in coin collecting, especially since the pandemic, many coins that were once considered common are now gaining collector traction. The 2002 2 pence is one of them. It's not just about how rare the coin is, it's also about how desirable it has become in online auctions, collector forums, and coin dealer lists. Websites like eBay and Etsy have seen these coins listed for anywhere between a few cents and over $50 depending on quality and presentation. And it's not just British collectors getting in on this. People from the US, Canada, Australia, and Europe are snapping up these coins for their collections. The appeal of British coinage is truly global, and the humble 2002 pence is riding the wave. So, next time you come across an old jar of coins or dig deep into your wallet or purse, take a moment. That 2002 pence might not just be small change, it might be a small treasure. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what your coins are worth, keep an eye out for that 2002 p. With a little luck and a sharp eye, you might just uncover a mini gold mine in copper-plated steel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss out on our next coin spotlight. We've got plenty more hidden gems to uncover, and who knows, the next one might already be in your pocket, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, currency, and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket change. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could turn spare change into serious cash. Today's video is about a small coin with a surprisingly big story, the 2003 2-pence coin from the United Kingdom. This isn't just any old 2p. We're going to talk about its history, its unique characteristics, why collectors are paying attention to it, and most importantly, how much it could be worth in today's market. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Let's dive in. First, let's talk history. The 2-pence coin, or 2p, was introduced in 1971 when the UK officially switched over to the decimal system. That year, coins were redesigned to reflect the new monetary format, and the 2p was part of that first decimal series. Made from bronze originally, it was a thick, copper-colored coin with the words "New Pence" on the reverse. That's the tails side, for those new to coin terminology. But in 1982, there was a small but important design change. The Royal Mint decided to replace "New Pence" with the words 2 pence. Sounds simple, right? But little details like this mean everything in the world of coin collecting. It creates two major categories: coins with "New Pence" and coins with 2 pence. Collectors care about these kinds of distinctions, and that becomes relevant again later in our story. Now let's fast forward to the star of our show, the 2003 2-pence coin. So what's so special about the 2003 version of the 2p coin? At first glance, not much. It has the standard portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. This portrait, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, was used from 1998 to 2015. It features the Queen wearing the tiara, facing right, and the words around her read, "Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2003. That's short for De Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, which means by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side, like most modern 2p coins, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 feathers encircled by a coronet and the motto, Ich diene, which means I serve in German. But here's where it gets interesting. There are reports, and some confirmed examples, of 2003 2-pence coins with the wrong inscription on the reverse. Instead of 2 pence, some rare 2003 coins were struck with the older, New Pence design. This was likely an accidental error at the Royal Mint, a die mix-up, as it's called in the industry. And when it comes to coins, mistakes like this are gold. Collectors go absolutely wild for minting errors, especially ones that occurred decades after a design was supposedly retired. If you come across a 2003 2-pence coin that says "New Pence" on the back, congratulations, you may have stumbled onto a genuine rarity. Let's be clear. Most 2003 2p coins are regular circulation coins. They are common. They're made of copper-plated steel, and millions were minted. But to identify the rare version, look carefully at the reverse side of the coin. If it says 2 pence, it's standard. Still a nice coin, but nothing crazy. But if it says "New Pence" and the date is 2003, then you're holding something potentially valuable. Only a handful of these are known to exist, and because of their scarcity and the mystery surrounding their creation, they have attracted serious interest from collectors around the world. Now, let's get to the big question. What's it actually worth? A standard 2003 2-pence coin in average circulated condition is worth its face value, just 2p. But if you have the rare New Pence version from 2003, then buckle up. Depending on the condition, and assuming it's authentic, this coin could fetch anywhere between $300 and $900, and possibly more at auction if two collectors really want it. That's right, What looks like a small, everyday copper coin could potentially bring in hundreds of dollars. Right now, the market value of the standard 2003 2 pence is about $0 and 46 cents, and that's just the typical one. The rare variant could be worth 1,000 to 2,000 times that. It all depends on rarity, condition, and collector demand. That if you think you might have one of these rare coins, here's what you do. First, check the reverse side for that new pence error. Then, make sure the date reads 2003. If both of those line up, take clear photos of the coin, front and back, and have it looked at by a professional coin appraiser or grading service. Consider listing it on a trusted auction site like eBay or using numismatic marketplaces such as the Royal Mint Collectors Hub, Heritage Auctions, or NGC. Even standard versions in pristine, uncirculated condition can attract attention from beginner collectors. So don't dismiss your coin just because it seems ordinary. Presentation and condition always matter. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Never underestimate the power of pocket change. That old jar of coins you've had sitting on a shelf? It might just contain a tiny piece of treasure. The 2003 2 pence coin is proof that history, rarity, and a little curiosity can turn something overlooked into something unforgettable. This is what makes coin collecting so amazing. Every coin tells a story about the country, the time it was minted, and sometimes even about the quirks and errors of human hands at the Royal Mint. Some stories are worth a few cents, others, hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, banknotes, and hidden gems in your pocket change, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're going to check your 2p coins after watching this. I'd love to hear your stories. And hey, next time you get change from the shop, don't just toss it in a drawer. Take a second look. You might be holding history in your hand. Today, we're diving deep into the world of British coinage to uncover the fascinating story and surprising value behind a very ordinary-looking yet potentially extraordinary coin, the 2004 United Kingdom 2 pence coin. That's right, that small copper-plated piece you might have walked past without a second glance could actually be worth a lot more than 2 pence, and maybe even worth adding to your collection. Stick around, because this coin might just blow your mind. By the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors are after it, what makes it special, and how much you could potentially earn if you have one sitting in your jar of change. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and let's get into it. To understand why the 2004 2 pence coin might be valuable today, we need to go back to the basics. The 2 pence coin was first introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971, during the Great Decimalisation of British currency. It replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system with a cleaner, simpler decimal system. The 2 pence coin, often affectionately called 2p, was part of the new coinage that helped modernize the British economy. Originally, from 1971 until 1992, the coin was made of bronze. But in 1992, the Royal Mint made a major change. Due to rising metal prices, they switched the composition to copper-plated steel. That means the coins made after 1992 are magnetic, while older ones are not. This little detail will come in handy later when we talk about how to identify different types of 2 pence coins, including the 2004 one. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 2004 2 pence coin. The obverse side features the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This particular portrait was introduced in 1998 and used on British coins until 2015. It's a regal and familiar image, showing the Queen facing to the right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. On the reverse side, we find the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet. Above the motto Ich diene, which means I serve in German. This design was created by Christopher Ironside and has remained a classic symbol on UK coinage for decades. But here's where it starts to get interesting. Especially for 2004, the majority of 2 pence coins minted in 2004 are considered common. Millions were produced. But here's the catch, not all of them are created equal. Some versions of the 2004 2 pence coin were made using the older bronze composition, either due to a leftover batch of blanks or a minting error. Others were part of special uncirculated or proof sets. These coins, especially those struck with the wrong metal or those in pristine, collector-grade condition, can be worth a surprising amount of money. There are also rumors and findings of misprints, off-center strikes, and coins with missing design elements. And as every collector knows, errors equal value. Rare errors, limited editions, or unusual metals can take a coin from pocket change to payday.so, while the average 2004 2p coin might only fetch a few pence, a rare or uncirculated version. Especially one graded by a professional coin grading service, can go for far more than face value. Let's talk numbers. Real-world market activity paints a fascinating picture. On auction sites like eBay, Etsy, and coin forums, 2004 2-pence coins in mint condition or from uncirculated sets are selling for anywhere from $1 to $20 depending on condition, rarity, and demand. And coins with verified errors have gone for even more, sometimes up to $50 or higher, especially if they've been certified. Now here's the headline: the current market value for a clean, well-preserved 2004 2-pence coin, if sold at the right time and to the right collector, can land you around 51 cents. Yes, just over 50 US cents. That's more than 20 times its face value, just for having the right version in the right condition. And who knows, if you've got a true rarity, something with a minting anomaly, the value could skyrocket. Some collectors are on the hunt for those unicorn coins, willing to pay big for the missing link pieces in their sets. So, how can you find out if your 2004 2-pence coin is one of the valuable ones? Here's a quick checklist. Magnetic test. Grab a magnet. If the coin sticks, it's copper-plated steel. If it doesn't, it might be the rarer bronze version. Bronze coins from post-1992 are extremely rare and could be worth investigating further. Check for errors. Look closely at the lettering, edge, and design. Anything off-center? Anything missing or double-stamped? These quirks can mean extra cash. Condition matters. Coins in mint state, with little to no wear, fetch higher prices. Keep an eye out for coins that have that fresh from the mint shine. Look at the edge. Although 2p coins don't have edge inscriptions, sometimes errors occur there too. Keep your eyes peeled. And of course, if you're unsure, consult a local coin dealer or send your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. If you're looking to sell a 2004 2-pence coin, timing and presentation matter. Here are a few tips. Take clear, close-up photos of both sides, and include lighting that shows off any details. Mention if the coin has any unique features, errors, or a non-magnetic property. If you're posting it on auction sites, use keywords like rare, error, bronze, or uncirculated, if applicable. Consider getting your coin professionally graded. This adds legitimacy and can boost buyer confidence. For collectors, my advice is always check your change, especially coins from the early 2000s. You never know when you'll find something valuable mixed in with the ordinary. The most unassuming coins can sometimes be the crown jewels of your collection. And there you have it, folks. The 2004 United Kingdom 2-pence coin might look humble, but it's got a story, a history, and, under the right circumstances, a surprising value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about what's in your pocket, the next time you come across a 2p coin from 2004, take a second look. It might just be worth more than you think. So what are you waiting for? Go check your change jars, your drawers, your old wallets. That small copper coin could turn into a small fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic history and value, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Got a story to share? We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and always check your coins.